What's up, guys? It's Jules. It is late September, almost October, almost October, and it's time for another weekly update. And this weekly update is a special one, not only because I got to turn the page on a couple projects that I've been working on for a while. Starting new pages is always so much fun. I made some good progress in a lot of things, but I also, like the title of the video says, I got the world's largest cross-stitch project. I mean, it's not, it's, how do I say this? It is amazing. It is amazing. So, I don't even know how I found it. I don't even know why I was looking for it. I ended up on the Gecko Rouge Etsy site for some reason, and I basically just started looking, and the one thing I'll say about these guys, they do rotate their patterns quite a lot. I hadn't looked at them probably since I bought the two patterns I got from them last year, and neither one of them were available. They all had, they didn't even have them on their site, so they must have like a limited run of different things that they do. So if you see something on Scarlet Quince, you're probably going to want to go ahead and get it, because there's no guarantee that it's going to be there, you know, later on. So I was just taking a look at their patterns because everything was so new. So I was looking at everything, and then I noticed that they had a section where it was pattern only, which I'm a big fan of because I like to kit things up myself. And if you guys have seen in the past that the one criticism I have of that site is that they insist upon sending you the fabric and the colors and everything, and that's fine. It's just, you know, I don't always want to get everything right up front, and the fabric, I wasn't too thrilled with the fabric that came with it. I like a tougher, thicker Aida, and I wasn't getting that with that. But that being said, so I'm super happy with the fact that they have patterns now without having to kit them all up. So, because I just went ahead and got this. It was, I can't believe that I got this. Okay, I'll put a link down below because I printed it out. I printed out the title page, but my printer is apparently colorblind, or I'm selectively colorblind because I'm seeing like one color on my screen and then I'm seeing different color on my printed paper. So it's a lot more blue and purple than it should be, but this is called World Wonders Illustrated Map. I'm just going to show you just the picture first. So as you can see, I mean, so like this is supposed to be like yellow and reds and stuff up here. So everything's like blue and purple. Because trust me, it's way prettier like on the websites. If you go take a look at it, it's just gorgeous. You know, so basically it's just all the wonders of the world. So we got the penguins down in Antarctica. Let's see, we've got pandas in, wait, is that a panda? Yeah, it's a panda in China. We've got the Sydney Opera House. Oh man, just everything. Anything all around the world is just in here. We've got the Toronto, the needle in Toronto. What's that big thing? Where was that big thing? I guess that must be Everest is right there. But anyway, it's beautiful. There's so many things about this. But what got me was when I was looking at the dimensions and everything, I counted up the stitch count. Now, for those of you who know that I do the Lifetime Cross Stitch Project, Old World Map 2, that's definitely still a lifetime. So I'm going to need 2 lifetimes to finish these. But the stitch count is roughly on Old World Map 2, like about 975,000 stitches. And that sounds like a lot. Until you do this. And the stitch count on this one is 2,198 by 1,121. And that roughly came out to 2.4 million stitches. I'm like, yes, please. So here's the funny thing. Because it has so many stitches, Gecko Rouge won't even give you like the fabric size for anything that is bigger than like a 25 count. They're like 18 count, way too much material. We don't recommend it. It's not a good idea. So they only give you a 25 and a 28 count dimensions, and even at say 25, because if I stitch this, it's probably going to be 25 count, because I find that some of them are just easier to deal with. They have a bit more structure to them. I forget. I'm trying to think which project it was that I just recently did with 25. It might have been the bee one, the queen bee one. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it was really fun to stitch. But the 25 count is roughly like 88 inches by 45 inches. So you're talking, I don't know what the math is. It's a lot. Here, let me show you. So, yeah. So, I mean, you're talking like, it's bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger than the old world map too. It may be a little bit bigger, but it's going to be even like more detailed. But they only recommend, since it's 25 count or 28 count, they're only recommending 1 ply thread, and so, or 1 ply floss, I'm tongue tied. Guys, this project is over 500 pages of pattern. I thought my 230 pages of pattern for Lifetime, for the Lifetime project, for the Lifetime movie project, for the Old World Map 2 was a lot. This dwarfs it. Unbelievable. I'm so excited. And less colors. So this one only has 169 colors, and the Old World Map 2 has like 200 and something colors and whatnot, and so I think it could go faster. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, I'm gonna get it. I mean, I'm just gonna get it. I'm sorry. I apologize to honestly nobody. I apologize to nobody for this. This is part of my insanity, and you guys, if you're watching, you've signed on for that, so that's okay. That's why I do the videos. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so let's actually get to what I did this week, since I spent the first 7 minutes talking about a project that might just kill me. Might just kill me. All right, let's start here. Now, I finished page 1 of Stormtrooper. So for the 2 people, there are 2 people stitching this along with me. Catch up. Catch up, people. Catch up. Anyway, so that's where we've gotten. So as you can see, up here. Oh, somebody was talking about in a video that I was pointing in one direction. I think it was with baseball. And it was over here. I'm working on this section right here is where I'm working on baseball. I guess I'll show you that when I get to it. But that's, I think you guys were saying that maybe I said the wrong corner, but I'm in the upper left. But anyway, so got that done and making good progress. Making good progress. It's a lot of darker colors. Should be a little easier to fill in right now, but it's coming along nicely now. It's coming along very nicely. Gotta pull everything out. Let me show you Dachshund. I made some progress on the Dachshund this week too. I moved the yeah, that's right. I moved the hoop basically. I got some floss right there, but I moved the hoop so I could continue stitching down. So you guys can. They got a little purple in there. Where's Dachshund? Oh, he's up there. I always forget. He blends into the wall. So just getting the ear part down there. So, but it's coming in nicely. I love these colors. They're so different than anything else that I'm doing. So, making progress. Making progress. All right, Reaper. I was having a headache when I was trying to work on Reaper. I'm not sure why, but there's something about it that was just either irritating me or I don't know what it was. Maybe I should have been using my glasses. Maybe that was part of it. I need to use my glasses for it. But all I did was just stitch a little further down this way. Just brought it down. I need to fill that in and just keep coming down and just do this whole page. But I really need to fill this in up here because it just looks dumb. Doesn't it? This looks dumb. Not dumb. I shouldn't say that. That's a bad word. That's a lazy word is what it is. And maybe I'm just being lazy. Maybe that's the 4-letter word I need to use there. Lazy. All right, let's go Apothecary Shop. Now, I had to go back and find the pages of the pattern to make sure that I really was on the bottom row. I told you guys that last time. And I am. I am on the bottom row. And not only am I on the bottom row, but now I have stitched down to the bottom of the piece. So, it's Yeah, that's stitched. It's just so light it doesn't look like it. But that's the bottom of the piece right there. So I got a couple rows done over here. Oh, it is just hard to see this. But, so it's just like dirty snow. Just filling it in. So I just got to get in and fill the rest of the wagon wheel and finish this, you know, putting this in and everything. But yeah, just got to work on that. It's coming along nicely. Coming along nicely. It's going to be at least 2 or 3 weeks before I get that page done. And when I do, we're going to go way back up and start working on the roof. Start working on the roof. I got like 2 paper towels and they just keep getting in my way. It's like a clown thing. Like a magic trick. Okay, so let's pull out the baseball project so you guys can see what I was talking about. So I got more done. I got the more done. Actually, it's starting to look a little like something. So you can see the top of the fence. You see the, whatever those are, it almost looks like they're sheep. I don't think they're sheep, but it looks like they're sheep. Brush and whatnot. That might be a turkey. And it's hard to say. But, so yeah, but it's coming along nicely. And if I pull it back, where is it? There it is. It's over here. And so, although you can't quite see it, but it's pretty cool. It's starting to look like something. And it's getting more fun to stitch. It really is. I'm getting more done. It feels good. Life is good. It's good. It's good. Okay. I got some more done on my blended project. Not a ton, but some. So I moved down here with some of the colors. I need to go to the floss store, like Hobby Lobby or something today, and pick up a few colors that I can't find now. This right here is roughly where the water tower is going to be. There we go. So, glare. So I'm like right here, and I'm right on the edge. And I really want to, even if I don't fill in everything around it, like if I don't fill in this, I really want to come down and just put the top of that watchtower right there. Because I think having some, having a little structure, something that's there will kind of encourage me to kind of keep on rolling with this. But this blended thread is just so pretty. Look at that. That is nuts. That's amazing. You got to think like the same people who did blended thread were like the same kind of people who came up with the idea of like putting a chunk of meat between 2 pieces of bread and having like a burger, or the invention of peanut butter. I don't know. It's just something like that. It was just like, you know, somebody did something good. Somebody did something really good. All right, what else we got? Rainy Waterloo Place. Making progress. Here we go. So, okay, I gotta see. Okay. So, getting really close to finishing this page. This page might be done, probably not this week, but soon. I really like how you can now tell the shadows in the distance. And there's more stuff right here that need to kind of pop out. But it's, you know, we've reached that stage again where it's just like, have you done anything? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But just trying to find it. We're not halfway done with this, but we're almost halfway done with this. I get another page or 2 done, we'll easily be over halfway done. Put that there. All right, Boba Fett. Got some stuff done on Boba Fett. And by the way, I do have enough fabric, people. I have got multiple people saying, you don't have enough fabric. Now, it may come to pass that in a few months when I've stitched down far enough, and I'll be like, wow, they were right. I don't have enough fabric. But based on my calculations that are based on the pattern, I should be good. Because roughly, let's see, what is this? Roughly about right here is halfway down. I don't really know based on this, but I think that my pattern doesn't go all the way down. Or does it? And I just don't have all the pages. That's possible. I just thought of that. Shoot. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to look into that. But anyway, I got some stuff done. Still doesn't look like anything. Look at the blues. Lots of blues. But basically I just came through here, filled in a lot more, put some stuff over here. Really just kind of trying to pop out his shoulder thing here. His shoulder thing with an attitude. But anyway, yeah. Now it makes me worried. Because, yeah, I mean, I look at that. I see what you guys are saying. Because technically, well, let's see. What's about halfway? About here. So I don't know, that might be close. I don't know. You know, all I need is a little bit. Framers can work miracles. Miracles. All right, and then I got Old World Map 2. Guess what? I finished the page. I finished the page. All right. And we took a picture of it last night, which is the front thumbnail, whatever, on my thing. On my video. Here we go. There we go. So there it is in all its glory so far. So I was just able to get a bunch more stitched. It's looking pretty awesome. And I started a little bit on the next page. I'm pretty happy with that. It's taken forever. But it's alright. That's why it's the lifetime project, right? Okay. So let me just pull over here real quick. I almost started my charity for all. I found all my Beta Soy silk. Oh, it's so pretty. And I think I'm missing one color. I think. But I think I can get started, you know, pretty well. I just got to track down that pattern, which I think is just right over there. Or not pattern, fabric. But, so I got that to get started. I'm just so excited about this gigantic project. I need to get all my fabric needs together, shoot an email over to Christine at Stitching Shop, and put her to work. Get her to do my stuff. And she'll be like, are you crazy? Did you guys see that commercial, that Nike commercial with Colin Kaepernick? I think it fits the situation perfectly. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. Don't think that your cross-stitching dreams are crazy. Think that your cross-stitching dreams aren't crazy enough. No, that's not really how it goes, but it's something like that. Don't think that your cross-stitching dreams are crazy. Think that they're not crazy enough. Are they crazy enough now? Stitching progress for the week. Lots. Let's do it all. Let's find, I ordered some more thread because gosh knows I just, for every 2 that I order, I lose 1. And so it's no big deal. Let's keep working on that. We're going to double check everything. Gucci goo. I don't think Boba Fett's ticklish, but you know, you never know. Work on that. I haven't started that one yet. Just so you guys are always wondering if I'm going to start this. This is Rainy Day in Boston, and I love it. I think it's awesome, and I want to start it. However, I'm not starting it until I get done with Rainy Waterloo Place, because there's just only so much rain that we can handle, right? Got the baseball, working on that. Got to work on that, gonna work on that, and gonna work on all the other stuff that I don't have pictures for. Boom! I will do another question and answer video. I might shoot that Sunday night, Monday, that kind of thing, and release it. You guys loved it. Thank you so much. That was so awesome that you guys were so cool about that. I think like in every other week, if I get enough questions, that's about as often as I think that I would want to do it. And so hopefully that'll be cool. There's some good questions so far, and there's ones that I want to talk about, but I'm going to wait until the video to do that. But, yeah, other than that, everything's cool. We're busy. My husband has family coming in town this weekend, so it'll be nice. I'll get to meet new members of the family and prove that I exist, because the joke is that I am hiding. You guys know how much of a wallflower I am, right? But anyway, so that's gonna be fun. We got football like crazy. Hockey starts next week. I got so much to do. It is awesome. Yeah, I got a lot of stitching to do. I'm so excited. I got stitching to do. But anyway, so man, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't. Oh, bees. Okay, so the honey harvest we did last week. Not as productive as we wanted. Not nearly as productive as last year. Combination of higher temperatures, lower moisture, not great water sources for these guys, and so they just haven't produced very much. Now we went and pulled like roughly like when you hold up the the honeycomb and people are like looking at frames, that's a frame of honey, and we pulled maybe 12, I think, out of like 2.5 hives, which is not very much, but we think that honey production is increasing rapidly, and there were a number of frames in which the honey was completely capped and done on one side and was only partially done on the other side. Like you could see the honey, but it wasn't capped yet. The bees have to go in and process the honey a bit more. They remove some of the moisture and whatnot to get it to that concentrated honey, and then they'll do some wax cappings on the outside. And when they cap it, that's when it's okay to actually ingest. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to give them one more week. So this weekend, my husband's going to go down, see if we can't pull some more hives or some more frames and get a bit more honey. The honey taste this year is a little different. It's very sweet in the beginning, like really like sweet. And then there is some sort of a secondary taste that comes in, and it's like, what is that? Like, it's not that it doesn't taste bad. It's just, it's not identifiable, and not, at least not for us yet. But we'll have to see as people, start tasting the honey, see how they feel about it. But it's definitely different this year. So we're, I don't know. It was fun. But I'll put some honey extraction videos at the end of this one, and then we still got to do a video of just the honey extraction and whatnot. But it was fun. It's tiring. It's very physically demanding on the day that we do it. And it took like 3 days for my arm to not be sore because I'm like rotating anyway, you'll see on the video. So, okay guys, it is time for me to go get back to work, finish the day up so I can come home and stitch tonight. And you guys have a great time. Ask your questions, comments, and everything down below, and I'll get to those next week. And I hope you have a great stitching weekend. Hope the weather is better where everybody is at. And yeah, you guys take care. I'll see you soon. Bye. So you can see the difference in the size of these different hives. You see over here, these are the ones that just haven't done as well. The smaller they are, basically, the less honey storage. So in some places, with the really small ones, the hives are pretty much just not even there. This one right here in the middle is the one that is doing better. I don't know if we're going to get any honey off of it today, but it is, like I said, it's doing better, but maybe not quite enough for us to take anything from it. We just may need to let the bees keep everything they got. But then we got two outstanding ones here that are doing awesome. And so you see let's get a little closer here. Ooh, I'm going to touch an electric fence. Well, you're about to hear that be really bad. You got your thicker bottom purple boxes there, and that's basically where we've got some honey storage, and that a lot of that is where the queen is. That's where the brood is, basically the things that are getting turned over in terms of like our population of workers and things like that. And then the smaller boxes, the white one there, and then the two purple ones on top, that's where the honey is. And so we're hoping to take two of those, and we're hoping that two of those are going to be pretty full of honey. So we'll see how that goes. And then same thing over here, but everything's mostly white. So as you can see, when we turn this, basically a frame on each side, centrifugal force pulls the honey against the outer walls. It's all done by feel, so after you spin for a little bit, it starts to feel a bit lighter. You know you've gotten a certain amount of weight off of those frames, so then you pick them up, turn them upside down, basically put them back in, so that you're then spinning the other half, the other side of the honey basically is coming out. So you can see how it splatters against the side and then drips down to the bottom and then comes down through here. And this is cheesecloth basically, and the goal is to filter out all the particulates out of the honey. And pretty much what we're talking about is the wax cappings and any other small little impurities that may be in there. And we save the wax cappings for a variety of different things. We haven't used it for any products yet. This past year, what we used it for was when we got ready to, well, Mark got ready to put the new hives out. He melted down the old wax cappings and brushed them onto the frames. We were trying to jumpstart some hives, and it kind of worked and it kind of didn't. It's all a learning process for us. But right now, you know, what we don't use, all of it goes back to the bees. The frames that we have spun the honey out of, obviously there's still plenty of honey that can still be found in here and plenty of cappings. So those will actually go back into the hives next weekend, and then over the next couple of weeks the bees will come in, pick this clean for energy and food and whatnot, and we'll take the frames for the next year. But Mark just went ahead and put another frame in here, so we're going to get ready to spin that out. And so it just kind of goes like that, but we're using a little bungee cord. The tighter we hold this, the better everything works. Whoops. And so we just spin it a lot faster. But as you can see, that's roughly the process. Honey hits the sides, goes down, and there you go. There we go. Still just the same beautiful color.